So you want to buy a property and you're not too sure which home will fit your budget. Let's talk about it. What's going on, good guys? Chris Newton here, Chris Newton Real Estate, chrisnewtonrealestate.com. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, smash that like button, take boom, 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 boom. All right, yeah, I went too far as usual. So, what type of home will fit your budget? That's a big question that gets asked a lot. It's a loaded question. It's somewhat of a loaded question. I'm going to do my best to answer. As usual, I'm going to say it depends, okay? It depends. Now, it depends mainly on this. How much do you want to spend per month on your mortgage? It depends on how much you want to spend per month on said property. How much do you want to spend per month on said property? I can tell you this. For the most part, if we're just talking principal, at least in New York, this is how it goes as far as affordability is with a purchase. Co-op, condo, single family, multifamily. That's typically how it goes with these kind of properties. Multifamily and going to commercial. What does this mean? Co-ops are typically the cheapest option because now they do have very expensive co-op. However, co-ops are typically the cheapest option because it's a smaller, it's more than likely smaller than the average size single family, the average size multifamily, and there's tons of rules that have to go along with owning said co-op. On top of you don't necessarily own the unit. You're given a proprietary lease for shares. You own shares of the corporation. They give you a proprietary lease of the unit. So basically they give you that unit as collateral. Like, oh, thank you for buying shares of the corporation. Here goes an apartment. So that's typically why co-ops are cheaper. Condos are just a step above as far as expensive is concerned. Single families, of course, the bigger. And then you got multi-families, of course, bigger. You get to have multi-units, so on and so forth. With condos and co-op, even though those may be two of the cheaper options, yeah, sometimes you will get single families that are cheaper than both. For the most part, this is the steps on the ladder. Now, principal-wise, those may be cheaper. However, now we have to start going into maintenance, common charges, HOA fee. Now, some houses, depending on where you are, the houses are located in the HOA designated area, homeowners association area. So you'll still have those maintenance fees or those HOA fees just living in that property, living in that house, because they want to make sure, you know, the garden and so on and so forth is great, the community is great, yada, yada, blase, blah. But for the most part, those maintenance charges is going to make up that difference. So yeah, your principal may be $2,500, just a number. However, the maintenance may be another $500 or $1,000. You see $1,000, you see even more than that. And then that's sometimes depending on where you are, the maintenance is probably more than your mortgage, which is crazy. So what happens? So you basically want to think of what do you want to pay monthly to have said property, whether it's a co-op, condo, multi, or single. Think of the expenses. Are you able to put this amount of money down on the property? Once you do that, if you're going to buy a condo or co-op, how much do you want to pay in common charges? Maintenance, HOA fees. How much do you want to pay in that? You don't want to pay any of that. You just want to go straight to the equity into the property. Then you need to buy a single family and maybe a multi-family. So this is what you're starting to get into. Multi-families also do help you pay off your mortgage as well as maybe get some of that money in your pocket. So are you able to put a down payment? Are you able to meet those requirements to be able to qualify for the purchase of a multi-family? These are questions you have to ask yourself. So now once you start saying yes, yes, no, no, now you know which property fits into your budget. So it really all depends on your plans, what you're trying to do, and how you're going to move forward from that. That's the best way I can answer it. It'll be a lot easier to say, well, just get a multifamily and just have the tenants pay the rent. Have the tenants pay your mortgage, like you see all over Instagram and TikTok and all the other social media. That may not be feasible for you. As well as, do you really want the headache of dealing with other tenants? Maybe they'll pay rent, maybe they won't pay rent. You just never know who you're getting, even if you vet them. So these are all things that you have to take into consideration when you want to know what can you afford and what kind of home fits your budget. Any more questions, give me a call, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, send me a text message. It'll be easier, it'll be quicker to get in contact with me. I'll talk to you guys soon. Later.